Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here after Cyrus's Tower, or Cyprus's Tower, however you want to pronounce it. And we have to talk to Rambros again. All this happened within the tower, God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate, of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. So it seemed that Zan sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. This situation is bleak. Though a void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends are still alive. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Dagayu now. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have been borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zan's Dark Covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since meeting you down in Daga, you have not been quite yourself. Tell me true, is it all with your eye? Is all as well with your eye? Honestly, cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me the truth of our eye rests with Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Yunel and Daga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it, though we have only known them but briefly. Daga and Yunel are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it'll be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than your full strength. We'll save them yet, Nar, and mark my words. We got our little onion knight here. Very neat. Ah, Narn, it's good for you that you've come. I have news that you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, not for Yunel, Daga, or Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Cyprus's Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zand. But you, Narn, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with a terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Daga and Yunel labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Yunel, Daga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal's Tower still acts upon Emperor Zan's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place hums of energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Yunel and Daga, so too will the tower heed only those of the royal blood of Alag. It is a most galling design, granted this was not always so vexatious. According to the Alagan tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alag, The royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any of royal blood. Even every moment we wait, a vast rift through with the which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zan's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice, but then what would the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, the power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed our lag. Truth, we have more than just lost three compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament: rescue those who could control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. It is true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this could be to our benefit. We can use Cypress's power for our own purposes, and can create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Gollin working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Now, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Gollin, how fare your endeavors? Quite well, the device is nearly ready, though attaching the damn little thing to Cypress's tower took every ounce of ingenuity that Anworks has. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Narn. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Alright, I guess we're heading back to the 8 Sentinels again. It's not too much of a run, thankfully. I don't have to worry about enemies bothering me either, at least. I'm sure we probably have quite a bit of cutscenes still to do. And then after that, we'll probably unlock the, last of the trio of the 24 man raids for Realm Reborn. After that, hopefully we'll be able to do Behemoth soon. And then after that, I have to see what I'll work on after that. Got a couple of options in any case. Narn, I bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Cypress's tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're doing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Garha? Emperor Zan's throne, and how the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alagag's art and power, now it's something more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Alagan's civilization had lived on, and just emperors just sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there's no stopping Zan and his ambition. There were those who tried. Zan's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alag. These men and women became beacons of hope to those that suffer, not unlike the warriors of light of our age. But all this merely hastened destruction. Just as they moved towards Alag's heart for the kill, Zand lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zand desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Delamud to be emptied into Cyprus' tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below of energy. Cyprus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it stood. The fourth Umbral calamity. I learned of its cause from Yuno and Dugga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Zan to rashness, though. The knowledge of Alagan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap, 'tis strange though, I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. Reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Erigrius. So just give the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete, everyone. Step away from the throne. Well, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. A rift to the World of Darkness, as Yuno called it. Splendid work, Master Galan. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We broke into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As for the Sons of St. Canuck, this rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Naran. My friend, 'tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. Do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith that you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Naran? There's a matter of import we must needs discuss ere you leave. Okay. Now, I wish to speak with you about my eye. As you're no doubt aware, 'tis a trait only seen among Allegan royalty. Long I ponder why such an inheritance. The sanguine who must have had some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I'm consumed with remembering something ancient but ever so important. My father's words echo my mind, the self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Alag. Mayhap what I wish to remember and these words are related. Mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. And let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades in this realm. And we can now achieve the world of darkness. Sets up kind of low on the, Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm beyond this gate, okay. Never gone this far, behind it before. Since we're still a little bit, only about 17 minutes into this video, so I kind of want to go and see if I can perhaps pick something else up that we'll be doing later on. And, let's see. Where do I want to go? New Grundana, I believe it is, yeah. There is a trial that we haven't done from Reborn of a primal that we hadn't encountered, really. So I think we can go ahead and pick up the quest for that as well, and then move on to the World of Darkness after this video. I believe after we do the World of Darkness, we'll also have enough for the Shire chess piece that I've been waiting to get. After that, we just need the gauntlets and the headpiece after that, which both of them are like 200 something instead of the 400 compared to the usual. Let me see here. Oh, there's the Gunbreaker quest here. That's neat. Hang on a second here. I need to check. I need to find like the guardhouse basically. Feared and Odin in the Shroud. That's where I want to go. I did remember doing a quest towards Odin before doing Heaven's Ward. And I think this one will actually be the one that'll take us to the trial. Now, your timing never fails to amaze. Unless I'm mistaken, you have knowledge of the Elder Primal Odin, correct? As I thought. Well, as you know, we have long pursued the Dark Divinity, from the pages of arcane scripture to the Shroud itself. Finally, we have a plan to put his prowling to an end. Brother Petsy has the command. He is first to request your aid in this venture and awaits you at Earth's Fount. I'm sure he'll give you the details once you present yourself. Godspeed, Anaran. I forget exactly where we have to go for Earth's Font here. Yeah, it's this way, so Quarry Mill is where we want to go. Alrighty. Let's make our way out of here. Silent Arbor. Okay, where's the... Gotta go down this way. Right? No, I missed it. Okay. Gotta head up this way. Venture, thank you for coming. We seek the Dark Divinity. You must be made privy to the plan before the game is afoot. As you know, Odin hunts in this forest. We would banish him from the Shroud. Yet in actual fact he has fallen before countless adventurers already. It all rights the Primal should plague us no more. Yet though again and again he is vanquished, he rises always to charge through the Twelveswood. His constant reappearance is perfecting, to say the least, and raises two questions. Who summons him, and how does he change his wishes upon manifesting? Odin is alone amongst the primals in these aspects. Indeed, I can find not a single sentence in the scriptures that shed light on his devilish abilities. There is no answer in words rid of the pen. Now the sword must serve. Our plan is to send a band of adventurers against the Dark Divinity. Whether Sumayan, my master, and I will observe the battle from afar. I believe seeing the moment of Odin's defeat may give us a clue, one that will lead us to uncovering the truth of the primal that has escaped us thus far. Naturally, this hinges upon the company's victory. No one but a warrior of light could hope to survive the battle, hence I have asked you here. Indeed, without you, our venture is doomed to failure, so I implore you, lend us your strength. If you acquit us, I shall invoke the power of the elementals and draw the Dark Divinity to this ring. Okay, that's neat. So now we have the Odin battle, apparently. So, curious to see what that looks like. Hang on. Yeah, okay, we can do that at some point. Go ahead and head back to Morduna for now. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head back to that camp over that way. Now we'll be back around where we need to be. Alright, this stop is good enough. Let's go ahead and get to the mender for a second and repair our stuff, because why not? Because it's already at 79% damaged. Or not damaged, but percentage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and head off here, and we'll be doing World of Darkness next. So I'll see you there.